This will move on to the general methods of preparation of molecular hydrogen. Now, why we require hydrogen? Because hydrogen is the most abundant element present in the universe. So, universe में सबसे ज़्यादा abundantly present element है, that is known as hydrogen. Because now look at it, this is present in the sun. Sun में आपके पास chemical reaction है, that is hydrogen combined to give you हीलियम, तो जिससे आपके पास एनर्जी रिलेटेड है, पूरा का दुनिया उस एनर्जी से हम लोग सस्टेन कर रहे हैं, ठीक है. एंड सिमिलरली ऑलमोस्ट 15% ऑफ द सब्सटेंस दैट इज प्रेजेंट इन एटमॉस्फेयर, अर्थ का जो क्रस्ट है इन ओशियंस है, दैट इज द कंबाइंड फॉर्म ऑफ द हाइड्रोजन. सो दिस इज अ वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एलिमेंट है. तो नाउ विल प्रिपेयर दिस हाइड्रोजन इज लेबोरेटरी प्रिपरेशन ऑफ दिस मॉलिक्यूलर हाइड्रोजन. तो फर्स्ट चले बाय एक्शन ऑफ metals on water. By action of metals on water, that means metals, those reactive metal can displace hydrogen from this water. To under this, now look at this, we can take the help of reactive metals like sodium. Now this sodium reacts with H2O, that is cold water. When this gives you sodium hydroxide and hydrogen gas is released. So if you have strongly electropositive metals of alkali and alkaline earth metal, this reacts with cold water and this displaces hydrogen. So this is again a redox reaction in which we have hydrogen displacement type. So we can take any alkali metal. So alkali metals react with water to give you this reaction. That is, we can take this potassium reacts with water, cold water. When this gives you potassium hydroxide plus hydrogen gas is released. So cold waters react with this. We can also take this calcium. Calcium reacts with cold water. When this gives you calcium hydroxide and hydrogen gas is released. Now if the reactivity of metal is less, then we require to heat the water, means boiling. So take this case, we take this magnesium with water. अब इसको boil करना पड़ेगा because magnesium does not react with cold water. अगर इसके साथ boil करेंगे तो this gives you magnesium hydroxide and hydrogen gas will be released. So if you are having less reactive metal है तो this less reactive metal water के साथ boil करना पड़ेगा. Similarly we take this aluminium reacts with water. अब इसको boil करेंगे तो on boiling करने से क्या बनेगा, ये आपके पास एल्यूमिनियम ऑक्साइड बनेगा प्लस आपके पास हाइड्रोजन. नाउ मैग्नीशियम के साथ boil करने से फर्स्ट मैग्नीशियम हाइड्रोक्साइड बनेंगे एंड मैग्नीशियम हाइड्रोक्साइड इज कन्वर्टेड इनटू मैग्नीशियम ऑक्साइड प्लस हाइड्रोजन गैस बनेगा. If the metal is again less reactive, then अब क्या करें, simply boil करने से नहीं, अब इसको steam के साथ react करना पड़ेगा. And with this, suppose that the case of iron, अब आप iron को react करेंगे with steam के साथ, simply boil करने से नहीं, but at very high temperature, तो इसके साथ react करेंगे. When this gives you Fe3O4 plus आपके पास hydrogen gas. So now look at this. Depending on the reactivity of metal, either we can react with cold water or we can react with boiled water or we can react with steam. So this metal will displace hydrogen from water and hydrogen gas will be released करेंगे. So this is from metals by action, or sorry, from waters by action of metals. Second, from by action of from acids. So second is from acids. Now there are some reactive metals. These reactive metals displace hydrogen from acids. Like look at this, we have zinc metal. If suppose this is dissolved in HCl, this is acid. When this hydrogen is displaced by zinc, so we say zinc chloride is formed plus hydrogen gas is formed. So we say zinc is more reactive than hydrogen, so this displaces H plus N from solution and this gives you hydrogen gas. We can take this zinc metal in presence of sulfuric acid, then also gives you zinc sulfate plus molecular hydrogen gases released. We can take this magnesium also, means we have to take a reactive metals. Magnesium reacts with sulfuric acid, when this gives you magnesium sulfate plus hydrogen gas. So reactive metals displace hydrogen from acids to give you molecular hydrogen. So this is second. Now if there is a possibility from acid, then we form alkalis. From alkalis means from base. Now there are some metals which dissolves with acid as well as base. So these metals can show acidic property as well as basic property, that is amphoteric nature. So take the case of this zinc, we have magnesium. We can also take aluminium. Aluminium reacts with this sulfuric acid, when this gives you aluminium sulfate plus hydrogen gas is released. Now take this zinc. In the first case, zinc reacts with acid, so यहाँ पे zinc is basic in nature. Now we take this zinc again. Zinc reacts with sodium hydroxide in presence of water, when this gives you zincate ZnO2 to zincate Na2Zn2 plus molecular hydrogen is released. So zinc metal reacts with acid as well as base. So zinc is acidic as well as basic. Now when zinc reacts with sodium hydroxide, forming this sodium zincate, then zinc is showing acidic property here. The same zinc also reacts with acid, then zinc is showing basic property. Similarly, take this aluminium. Aluminium also reacts with sodium hydroxide in presence of water, when this gives you sodium meta-aluminate in plus hydrogen gas is released. So these metals which shows acidic as well as basic property can react with acid as well as base, and in this process H plus and B hydrogen will be released from the acid or base, and this gives rise to hydrogen gas. Number 4, that is from hydrides, metal hydrides. Now metal hydrides of alkali and alkaline earth metal, on reaction with water hydrogen gas is formed. So suppose we take this calcium hydride. Now this calcium hydride on hydrolysis, means this is metal hydride. Metal hydride is to be reacted with water, when this gives you calcium hydroxide is formed plus hydrogen gas is released. Similarly, we take this sodium hydride reacts with water, when this gives you sodium hydroxide plus hydrogen gas is released. So all metal hydrides on hydrolysis gives you hydroxide plus hydrogen gas will be formed. So this is the fourth method, that is from metal hydrides. This is electrolysis of water. Now we know that pure water is electrically neutral, so this does not conduct electric current. So now we have to supply electric current. By use of this electric current, we have to decompose or break this water molecule. So water, pure water being an insulator, we cannot pass electric current. So electrolysis is not possible. So to make this electrolysis possible, this water or electrolysis should be carried out in presence of small amount of acid and base. So now look at this. Requires small amount of acid or base, because pure water is non-conducting. So pure water being non-conducting, electrolysis is not possible. So to make the solution conducting, we require a small amount of acid or base. That means we take this water, after this we place some acid or base, and to this we pass electric current, that is electrolysis. So electrolysis of water in presence of small amount of hydronium ion or hydroxide ion, this gives you hydrogen gas and oxygen gas. Hydrogen gas is at cathode and oxygen gas at anode. Now look at this. This is plus, this is minus. So oxygen is changing from minus to 0. That is oxidation. So oxidation is taking place at anode. On the other hand, hydrogen is changing from plus to 0. We say this is reduction. So reduction is carried out at cathode. So electrolysis of water, this is a commercial method for large scale production. वाटर को इलेक्ट्रोलाइसिस करने से we get hydrogen gas and oxygen gas. Hydrogen gas is formed at cathode, oxygen gas at anode. This is a redox reaction. Now for this electrolysis, a small amount of acid or base is to be added. The reason being water is a non-conducting. So to make the solution conducting or to make the electrolysis possible, a small amount of hydrogen acid or base should be present in the water. Number 6. That is from syngas or from water gas. Water gas or synthetic gas or syngas. Now this mixture, carbon monoxide plus hydrogen. This mixture of carbon monoxide and hydrogen gas, this mixture of gas is known as water gas, because this is coming from burning of coke with steam. This is also known as synthetic or syngas because this mixture is used for preparation of methanol and various other compounds. So for the preparation of some other compounds, this gas को use करते हैं. This is known as synthetic gas or syngas. Otherwise, this mixture of carbon monoxide and hydrogen gas is known as water gas. Now look at it. This is a mixture of gas. From this we have to produce hydrogen gas. So now look at this. We take this carbon solid, that is from coke, carbonate. Now to this we pass this steam. Steam को pass किया. When this is converted into carbon monoxide plus hydrogen gas, to this process of formation of water gas from coke is known as coal gasification. Process को हम लोग कहते हैं coal gasification, because we are producing this water gas. This is a mixture of carbon monoxide and hydrogen gas which is known as water gas. This is from coke, that is coal. Coal में आपके पास कार्बन प्रेजेंट है. कार्बन प्लस स्टीम को जब हम लोग पास करते हैं इसको हम लोग कहते हैं कोल गैसिफिकेशन. नाउ दिस कोल गैसिफिकेशन में जो प्रोडक्ट बना है, नाउ इसको फर्दर हम लोग क्या करेंगे, स्टीम के साथ ट्रीट करेंगे. नाउ वी ट्रीट दिस वाटर गैस, वी टेक दिस वाटर गैस टू दिस. फिर से हम लोग क्या करेंगे, स्टीम पास किए. व्हेन दिस गिव्स यू एडिशनल अमाउंट ऑफ हाइड्रोजन गैस बनेगा. सो दिस प्रोसेस ऑफ ट्रीटमेंट ऑफ water gas with steam, when the excess amount of hydrogen gas will be formed, this is known as water gas shift reaction. Water gas shift reaction. So water gas shift reaction is nothing but the treatment of water gas, that is a mixture of carbon monoxide and hydrogen gas with additional amount of steam, when additional amount of hydrogen gas will be formed. So now look at this. What is happening is, we have this gas. Now this, I'm showing this water gas shift reaction, this process. Now in water gas we have carbon monoxide and hydrogen. Hydrogen will not react with water to give you hydrogen. So the component that is reacting with steam is, we take this carbon monoxide from water gas. This is made to react with steam. ये process है आपके पास. So when this is made to react with steam, carbon monoxide is oxidized to carbon dioxide gas में बना, plus an additional amount of hydrogen gas. So now look at this. Already यहाँ पे आपके पास hydrogen था, plus when steam is made to react with carbon monoxide, an additional amount of hydrogen is formed. So the quantity of hydrogen is increased. So to increase the quantity of hydrogen, now we treat this water gas with steam when carbon monoxide is oxidized to carbon dioxide gas and additional amount of hydrogen is formed. So this is what we call as water gas shift reaction. So water gas shift reaction is basically used for increasing the quantity of hydrogen gas. Nowadays, this water gas is also obtained from hydrocarbons. So we take this CnH2n plus 2, that is we have alkane. Now we take this alkane. Now to this alkane we pass steam. Steam के साथ react किया. We can take any alkane. Steam के साथ pass किया. When this gives you carbon monoxide gas बना. Plus we get this twice n plus 1 hydrogen gas बना. So again look at this. We are producing water gas. So instead of coal we can also take hydrocarbon, that is alkanes. In this case we have this CH4. Now this reacts with water, steam. So when this gives you carbon monoxide plus N. N is 1 here. So 1 means twice N. 2 plus 1, 3. So 4 plus 2, 6. So 3 H2O. So this is the production of water gas from हाइड्रोकार्बन. सो हाइड्रोकार्बन को स्टीम के साथ ट्रीट करने से भी आपके पास वाटर गैस बन जाता है. नाउ दिस commercially we prepare this hydrogen from this synthetic gas or water gas. So as you know, why this is known as synthetic gas, because this mixture of gases is used for preparation of a number of organic compounds. Synthesis of organic compound, hence this is known as synthetic gas.